Diversity is a journey. We've all come from different backgrounds. We've all had different experiences. We've all had different upbringings. All of us are unique in our own way whenever we come here. It's being able to understand how you can learn from each other, and it's a strength that you have. Our diversity here within the school is our biggest strength. It's one of our identities. It's why we are who we are. I always love it here too because our kids, this is a microcosm of the world. The kids are working together in an environment that is the real world. So when they go out in the real world, they've had relationships, they understand about certain cultures, they respect things because they've learned it since they were in kindergarten. One of the things we always share with the kids when they've made a difficult choice or a bad choice is think about if your mother or father was standing right next to you, would you have done the same thing? And the kids, no, that's the way you live your life. So make sure if mom or dad are right next to you, would they be applauding you saying that's my boy or that's my young lady, that's what you do? Or would they say, no, that's not how we raised you? And we really drive that point home with the kids because we want them to honor everyone all the time. And that's really helped the kids understand a lot about what we do here. So in comparison to that activity, it's probably nothing like that, but it's a good reminder for the kids. Is my action right now going to make my family proud and my family name proud? If it's not, I probably shouldn't be doing it. And then that trickles down to how you treat each other. You know, and it's just a good rule of thumb we have here. Every Monday we bring all of our kids together. We're like a big family here, and we celebrate all the accomplishments kids have. We have gold slips where kids get positive rewards. We draw names. We recognize them. There's traveling trophies they receive for doing certain things. Within those we teach perseverance, we teach tolerance, we teach making right choices. There's lots of different things that we teach. The expectation is built around our 3 pillars though: being safe, being respectful, being responsible. Our clientele is very diverse here. We're a diverse building. We're about 50% minority within our own building here. So diversity is just who we are. We make sure that we're very welcoming to all of our families, and we learn from our families, and we really recognize and support whatever belief systems they bring into, and we respect that in everything that we do. Do we have a set curriculum that we teach diversity from? No. We do partner with the Diversity Council here in Rochester, and they teach what's called Spark Workshop, which comes in and teaches direct diversity curriculum to our kids, but that's on an annual basis for about an hour, hour and a half once a year. So we like to say it's kind of naturally what we do every day. We do have an equity team here. It's a team of teachers, and I'm on that team as well, where we read current research on being more equitable and not so much equal, and making sure we understand different people's perspectives, different race, how does it affect achievement gaps, what do we do to help perpetuate that, what can we do to help correct that. That's actually a team that we have here on our site. We are, I think, right around 20% Hispanic, and about 25% Black, and 5% Asian Pacific Islander. We have Cambodian. All those would be in that category, and then we're about 50% Caucasian. Yeah, the way we run our character plan here, we really teach being respectful of each other and understanding. People have questions here, they ask. You know, if I have a question of a family, you know, they're celebrating Ramadan, there's something going on, I don't know, I ask. It's just kind of what we do. And the parents respect that. You know, we don't just assume we know everything and, you know, keep our whiteness as a privilege out there for everybody to see. We don't do that. We understand this is who we are. I'm a white middle-class male. I was raised this way. I've learned this value set. I don't know everything about this, so you got to teach me. But that's an openness too, and that's what our staff really believes in, making sure we're open and understand that too. We are very privileged. You know, everything in this system was built by my values and systems, so we have to recognize that. I'm going to speak local and immediate to Longfellow. We don't have a lot of racial type things or diversity issues of kids, just because all the students that come here are in such a microcosm of the world already here, it's the norm. So people don't feel ostracized or left out because of who they are or what they look like. Or we don't really see that too much. A great way to see is come into the cafeteria and watch how everybody sits in the cafeteria. It's a mix everywhere you go. You go out and watch the kids playing football, you have every range of kid out there playing. You know, it's kind of nice. So, but it has a lot to do with our character education. We spend a lot of time on social emotional development here. That's what we have to do. The equity team, we've done hours of training, several days of training where we've worked with the Pacific Education Group. We did a book study on Courageous Conversations by Glenn Singleton. We've done some of that work. We read current articles. We actually use some of our late start and early release time as a staff to talk about equity and talk about our achievement gaps, talk about diversity, and those are some of the most powerful trainings we've done, because the staff gets, we have several questions, they read articles ahead of time, then they come with just, this is where I am in my learning. We talk about understanding diversity and race and equity and our achievement gaps as a journey. You know, this isn't something that you can just write a book, here's your answer to your achievement gap, here's your answer to equity, go ahead and do it. If we could do that, then we would have no achievement gaps to begin with. So we spend a lot of time as a staff in dialogue around those things, and people have different perspectives. We respect that. People are in different places in their journey of understanding equity and who we are and where we come from and how does it impact other people. Who has the power, who doesn't have the power, how do we change those things. We spend a lot of time in dialogue with that and try to build our own scheduling, our own processes here to support what we're learning together. We also have a good partnership with Dr. Wysocki. He's a professor over at Winona State. He has a program now, he's teaching a cultural competency class for educators. So we've had a partnership now for 2 years where students come and do 15 hours here at Longfellow because we are such a diverse population here. He sends his students here to see how do the kids interact, how is the social development, the business of school taking place here, and how are the kids integrated in, and how do they interrelate with each other. Instead of just here's how you teach writing pedagogy, here's how you teach reading, here's how you teach math. His class and his students are coming here more of how does the social part of school happen, how does race impact the school experience. That's a partnership, like I said, we've just fostered the last couple of years, and it's growing. And that's a fun thing. The staff's really open to those students coming here and getting the Longfellow experience. Come in, they're assigned a teacher for 15 hours is what they've been fulfilling, but their job isn't just to shadow and reading or math. They go on the playground, they go in the cafeteria, they go on the non-structured areas too, where you see the students can demonstrate their application of social skills. Like in a math test, they're demonstrating their math skills. In the playground, they're demonstrating their social skills. And they're applying, hopefully, what we're teaching with our character pieces here. The students we have from WSU are out there in those experiences too. They observe. We also ask them to sit right next to the teacher when they're instructing, sit right next to the student, do one-on-one instruction if you like, help out. It's get the whole experience of Longfellow, not just sit here and learn about reading.